Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. That shouldn't be showing. That should be showing. The We Are Driven team still pushing the Archie's journey, still pushing the Bradley Lowry Foundation as well. So make sure you get yourselves over to Archie's Journey on Facebook, get yourselves over to We Are Driven on Facebook, get yourselves over to Bradley Lowry Foundation on Facebook, and go hit those like buttons, share it about and all that stuff, and then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and donate a little bit on there if you can as well. Trying to get this little boy over to America, get him some treatment that he needs, can't get here. It's going to cost him a fair chunk of money. So that's what the We Are Driven team are pushing. Right, back tonight, Chewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. We are live for round 4 from Blue Moon Bay infield A tonight. It's the regular that you lot are all used to. It's the normal way round as well. Looks like they're already out. Yep, they're already out on track. Looks like they're putting qualifying laps in now. So, no scores for you lot tonight. I've got them, but I'm walking up the stairs. My phone's died. All right, my phone's died. All right, I wasn't paying attention because I'd left my data on, and obviously I've caned off my data and my battery and stuff. Right, so I'm plugging it in, but every time I turn it on, it's taking too much power to turn it on, so it's powering off. So I'm gonna have to read them out. That's crap, isn't it? Eh? That's not very good at all. Come on, smoker. Right, and let's have a look here then. Let's get ourselves onto this racetrack. Get yourselves a t-shirt, get yourselves some stickers. Available, posted soon. I promise. I've had to wait for labels and things as well, so it's took me a little bit of time to get postage bags. I forgot all about that kind of stuff. It's not just stickers in an envelope, is it? Right. So, leading the way after round 3 is Rob Scott 12. He is on 115 points. Cutler is on 104 points. Behind him for second, we've got Graham Reeds in third. He's on 82 points. Luke Doherty in fourth. He is on 77 points. 81 points. We've got D-Dot in fifth. He's on 71 points. Pajonski in 6th with 61 points. We've got One Eye Lou DK with 55 points for 7th. We've got Mark Parker CRT in 8th with 53 points. Another 10 points pack is Duds in 9th, 43. We've got KJN 100 in 10th. He's got 38 points. In 11th, we've got Kaz Converter DK. He's got 27 points. Old Crawler 1958 for 12th. He's got 19 points. We've got Waldy in 13th with 7 points. And Chanel Drew, no points on the board as yet. So yeah, unfortunately, reading scores tonight, not telling them. Right, let's get ourselves on track. Who we've got in the lobby first of all? Let's see, you have the Cutler. We've got Waldy, CRT Millerman's in the house. Ooh, okay, they are just going to start quali now then. Setting things. What did they just change? Tyre wear times 4 or tyre wears times 5. All right. So 2 races for you lot tonight. We've got 15-minute quali and then we've got a 15-minute race. And then we switch into a half-hour race as well. Reverse grid for race 2 and the top 3 from race 1 carry extra weight over as well into race 2. So it makes it a little bit more challenging. Roving Island, evening brother. How you doing, my friend? Let's get that on live chat, because it doesn't always show all the chat sometimes. So we've got, I was reading through those, we've got Cutler, Waldy, CRT Millerman, Luke Doherty, Pajonsky, Graham Reed, Mark Parker, KJM100, Rob Scott, One Eye Lou, and D.90. So 11 drivers on track. Let's go and have a look what they're up to. So it's not, oh, why aren't you working? Not the longest circuit is Blue Moon Bay, but it's got its own little challenges. This being one of them, the final turn. Carried too much speed through there, and it's a great big wallop into the wall for you. So still on outlaps at the minute. Pajonsky first man out on track. Here we go then. So, in fact, let's get ourselves back a little bit. We'll go with Cutler. Change that view up a tiny bit. Let's go like that. Down this long start finish straight then. Again, it is the infield circuit, so it cuts in here through the little dip on the way in. Got to be careful not to carry too much speed around turn 1 as well. Easy to carry too much and smosh it into that wall on the outside. And then carrying as much speed as possible through turn 2. Cutting that apex, not running too wide. Similar thing through turn 3, or would you call that turn 4? I'm calling it turn 3. Cutler almost off track there. Heads down past the little kink, then heading towards the hairpin. Hard on the brakes. I'm trying to catch the apex, get a good exit. And heading up to this almost hairpin up here. It's a double apexed. And then just this final turn to go. Again, if you're carrying too much speed into this one and get it all wrong, or clip the inside wall, trying to take too much speed, Cutler running it just about right there. It can be a painful trip to one of the walls for sure. Mark Parker unwittingly giving Cutler 182 a bit of a tow. Chucks himself into second with it. Luke Doherty has actually gone quickest so far. As he put in a 1:18.143 for Luke. That's half a second quicker than Cutler's time. Rob Scott a 1:18.6. It's only 4 thousandths back from Cutler's as well. Pajonsky 1:18.7. One Eye Lou 1:19.5. We've got D.6 currently 1:19.5 as well. KJM 100, he's got himself a 1:19.9. Just catch One Eye Lou doing a bit of off-road in there. So KJN in 7th. Mark Parker 8th, he's 1:20.8. CRT Millerman 10th. Oh, he's picked up a penalty somewhere, 1:36.6, or he's driven himself into a wall or something. Graham Reed's just putting a hot lap in now. 1:51.9. So also getting it wrong somewhere. Turn 1 can be a little bit tricky, you can see. You drop off the main banked circuit onto the infield. And there's a big undulation on the way in and the way out. Not so bad on the way out, but can be a little bit tricky on the way in. Don't forget to hit that like button, people, and subscribe and stuff, and tell your mates and tell your mums, mostly. Luke pulling over, letting Cutler go through. Is he going to try and follow him round? Maybe a little bit. Chocolate Mobile, Rob Scott. Are we going to see Secret Squirrel in the room tonight? Oh, he likes a bit of chocolate. He was here last week looking at the minis, drooling over Rob Scott's livery. He quite like the M&Ms as well. Who was in the M&Ms? Yeah, it was Kaz Converter, wasn't it? I don't think he's in the lobby tonight. Graham Reed sitting in 5th with a 119.0. Pajonsky, did I even talk about you? Yes, I did. Yeah, 118.7. D-Dot 6, 119.2. One Eye Lou 7th with a 119.5. KJN 119.9. Mark Parker 120.8. Waldy 121.3 for Waldy. CRT Millerman. Great big Tanso logo smoshed down the side of his car. 120.0 for him. So unfortunately, no M&M livery for you lot tonight. Who's that subscribed recently to? It's 563. A new one tonight. That you, Brandon Lopez? Big shout to Brandon Lopez. Rob Scott then gets himself into 2nd with a 118.5. Pushes Cutler down a spot. He won't be happy with that. He's going to chuck himself in the pits. Fresh set of tyres. Medium tyres only for qualifying and race 1. Let me drink this brown, sugary, hot liquid before it goes cold. Luke Doherty. Here he is, the tyre smosherer himself. I don't know what goes on with Luke. Luke doesn't know what goes on with Luke when it comes to tyre wear. He can shred a set of mediums in sort of 3 laps. Got a little bit better, I think, Luke, I believe. Whereas everyone else was kind of doing 5 or 6 laps on a set of mediums last season. About ready to give it up at one point, I think, weren't you, Luke? Until I encouraged you to pull your system to bits or smash something with a hammer, and it kind of worked. See what you've got then, son. Rob Scott then, 2nd position. Cutler, he's on an outlap. Fresh set of tyres on board for him. What are we? 8 minutes into quali then. Not long left. Graham Reed's still sitting in 5th. D-Dot still 6th. Little bit of a toe off. Oh, he's chucking himself in the pits, so that's that lap done. Oh, no, he's not. He's decided against it. Also streaming as well, D-Dot. Streaming his perspective live. Is that D-Dot 90? Is it D-Dot 90 on YouTube, or are you twitching it? I can't remember. I don't know if it's Twitch or YouTube, but there you go. There's a plug. One of them. Go and check it out. Roving Island. What are you saying? Millerman said he will struggle tonight. Not raced minis for a long time. No, I was going to say, I've not seen CRT Millerman. He's got a shiny livery though. I like that. So that gives him an extra smoker point, if that helps him out. If he's got a smoker sticker on his car, he gets 5 brake horsepower. Oh, that's the wrong one, Smoko. What are you doing? He's got nothing on the back. Oh, he's got weird. Where's he? There's no smoker on the front. Has he got one on the side? He doesn't get the extra brake horsepower. It's alright, I don't think many of these have got one on either. I know Luke Doherty's hasn't. That's a lot of these are actual. Oh, Pajonsky has on his number plate. He gets extra 5 brake horsepower. That's why he's in 2nd position on the grid. Look. Oh, does he stream on Facebook? Just Facebook? I thought it was a YouTube channel. Well, there you go. Cutler back up into 4th position. What's he put himself on? He's got a 118.1 then. So close that gap right up on Luke Doherty. Luke not able to beat that 118.1 on lap 2. Cutler on a 118.173. Handbraking it around there. Pajonski then chucking himself in front of Rob Scott as well, because he's got that smoker, you see. 118.2 for Pajonski. Rob Scott 118.4, just going a little bit quicker, but still 4th. Can he... Oh, he's got the final turn a little bit wrong. That's that one done. CRT Millerman up into 5th then, 118.8. He's pushed Graham Reeds out of that position. Pushed him down to 6 on a 119.0. Dida also down another position because of that, 119.2. One Eye Lou, 119.5. Sitting in 8th. He's getting a little bit of a toe off. Who was that? Mark Parker CRT. KGN sitting in 9th. Also just come out on a fresh set of tyres. He's got himself a 119.9 also on lap 2. Mark Parker 120.6 on that last lap. Does he go quicker? No, 122.0 on that one. Waldy now 11th. So left and come back by the looks of it. No fast lap on the board yet. Let's see what he puts in here. There you go. Just been talking about you, Squirrel. 123.2. So Waldy's not made a clean lap that time. He's picked up a penalty. That's why that lap's not registered as a hot one. Parks it in the middle of the track as well. Good lad. Yeah, just been talking about you, Squirrel. We pulled over and had a look at your man. Where is he? This one. We were talking about Rob Scott, and I just wondered whether you'd show up for a bit of a drooling over some proper chocolate. Not that crappy stuff you call chocolate over there. No M&M's livery tonight either, my friend. Sorry. There it is in all its glory, the Dairy Milk Wagon. Getting all the shouts from, hey look Squirrel. I did call you Secret Squirrel earlier because I went blank for a little bit. I knew it was Squirrel. I'm halfway there. Your name's not above a car, mate, so, you know. Don't get me wrong. Don't get those right half the time either. Especially in the clash of the teams with some of the foreign team names. Jeez, they're not even like English. They're not even English. They're not even human. Some of these names. When the Greeks show up in the chat, yeah, who knows? Luke then back out on track, fresh set of boots. Oh, he's put a 117.5 in there, but he's put a couple of 117s in actually, but neither of them have counted. Must have chopped a corner off or two. There are one or two you can do it on. Turn 2 being one of them. So a great big fat curb there to cross. Let's get ourselves on, and this one as well. You can chop all of that off, get all 4 wheels off the circuit, and that's a penalty for you. As I say, turn 2 is pretty much the same as that. It's quite big down at the hairpin. Yeah, I'm sure if you drove yourself off track there as well, you'd probably pick up a penalty for trying to gain an advantage. Sometimes, yeah, I think we're all a little bit Secret Squirrel sometimes, mate. Oh, he's quicker, Luke. He's going quicker, looking to cement that lead then. Show Cutler he's not messing about tonight. What is it going to be, Luke? Coming up to the end of quali as well. 20 seconds remaining of qualifying, so he'll definitely finish this lap. Get to finish his next lap as well if he wants. What is it going to be, Luke? On board for his fastest lap and current pole position, 117.6 for Luke Doherty. What have you got, Cutler? Can you bring it? He's got one 117 on the board, but again, must have been a pit lap. Fresh set of boots on board for him. Where's the next time in line? Around this next turn. What have you got, Cutler? The difference between Cutler and Luke Doherty. Oh, it's slower by 3/4 of a second. They're all very, very similar on the sort of overall race pace, but Cutler, it's almost like he takes his tyres off as the race starts, drives the race, gets to the end, puts on this spanking shiny set that looks like they've not been driven, whereas Luke's bleeding, got arms hanging off, and look like they've just finished a war and on fire and stuff. And yes, I am talking about tyres. Yeah, I'm talking about tyres. You'll see. You'll see. Like I say, Luke has got a little bit better. He suffered for a couple of seasons with really poor tyre wear for some reason. I wasn't sure if it was his wheel setup, you know, if it was, I don't know what was happening, but he was just blowing through a set of tyres twice as quick as anyone else. Comfortably back on pole as well. Another half a second for Luke. Pajonsky also up into, oh yeah, he'd already taken that second position, so he just left track and come back, so it doesn't actually show his time. Puts him back in his position, but doesn't show his time. Cutler then third, 1:18.1. That's his quickest. Rob Scott fourth. Chocolate. CRT Millerman holding fifth. And here we go then into race one. 15 minutes, medium tyres only. Heading round Blue Moon Bay, infield A. You'll see this great big kink on the way into turn one. In the that's why you wear your tyres out, Luke, because you turn your wheels on the start line. In the GR3s, the GR4s, they're a little bit quicker around this circuit. They carry a lot more speed and a lot more weight through that turn one. It completely unsettles them. So we'll wait for the lights to drop. I can't see them actually, so we're just going to have to wait for these boys to actually start moving. And they're away. Not a great start from CRT Millerman. Again, Roving Island coming up in the chat saying he's not driven the minis for a while. Possibly, maybe not done a grid start for a while. We'll see. So there's the big dollop on the way into turn one. Again, if you're in a great big heavy car, it completely unsettles the rear end. Luke Doherty then through that big sweeping left-hander, holds a top spot. Pajonsky second, Cutler third, Chocolate in fourth, Graham Reed's fifth, D. Dot sixth. Almost pushing Graham Reed's around that turn, very close still at the minute. One Eye Lou in seventh, Millerman in eighth, not having the best of starts. He was fifth on the grid. KGN in ninth, Mark Parker in 10th, and Waldy 2.4 down already in 11th. Right, around that double apex hairpin through to the final turn. Luke Doherty still holding the lead, half a second. Pajonsky though rocking the Dark Smoker logo, so that extra 5 brake horsepower coming in now then. There it is. Yes, you can do that, Squirrel. Get my logo on my cars. Well, they're not my cars, but you know. Cutler still third then. A little bit off the pace at the minute. He's 3/4 of a second down. Rob Scott, oh, he's taking a completely different line into turn one. Looking to close the gap. Graham Reeds has slung himself up into, oh, side by side with Rob Scott through there. So Rob Scott just taking that 4th position off him. Graham had just slipped himself into 4th. Rob Scott snuck that rock off him. D-Dot in 6th, hot on the tail of these two. CRT Millerman in 7th. Oh, Lou going wide into the wall, and KJM 100 following him. Have they picked up damage? Nope. Lucky. Mark Parker 10th then, getting involved with these two after that coming together with some Armco. And Waldy 4.8 down, 11th. Looking to close these gaps up for Waldy. Oh, getting the penultimate turn a little bit wrong. Can't quite see what it says on the side of your car either, Waldy. I'd like to have a look. Pajonsky then snuck himself through into first. Luke Doherty all over the rear end of him down this start-finish straight. Should use the toe to get that back, no problem. There it is. Back up into first for Luke. Sling it down into turn 1. Try not to carry too much speed and smash it into the wall on the way out. Back up that bank track then. Down towards turn 2. Luke Doherty still leading. 3 minutes in, just gone. Top 2 have pulled a massive great gap. Cutler 182 is now the cork in the bottle for the pack behind. 2.2 seconds from the top 2 already, and he's got Graham Reed's Rob Scott, D Dot, CRT Millerman. Yeah, CRT Millerman's just slung himself up the inside of D Dot there. D Dot's going to take the advantage into this next turn though. CRT Millerman trying to run it around the outside. Oh, not quite worked out. Oh, it has. D Dot had a poor exit out of there, so CRT Millerman does take that position. D Dot is in a good position though to get that position back. We've just seen Luke Doherty do the same thing on Pajonski, so D Dot should be able to use the toe down here to regain that spot. Nope, maybe a little bit of bump drafting, trying to close the gap up on the drivers in front. Luke Doherty then still holding that half a second lead over Pajonski. 2.5 seconds back to Cutler. I wonder if, Cutler, have you taken the weight off your car? What position did you come last week in race 1, Cutler? Again, oh, Chocolate getting turn 2, turn 3 a little bit wrong. Losing a bit of speed. CRT Millerman's going to come through. He's holding the inside line down towards the hairpin though. Fair play, Rob Scott. Only losing a position. Put himself under a bit of pressure though. Side by side with CRT Millerman up to this penultimate turn. D-Dot slips one back down the inside on C-Dot. No, he doesn't. Again, gets another poor exit out of there for D-Dot. What's happened to Pajonski? 2 seconds down. Luke Doherty is starting to tear away with this one. Out of the slipstream range of these drivers now behind. If he can keep putting those qualifying style laps in, keep himself out of danger from Pajonski in second. Graham Reed's then 2.1 seconds back from Pajonski. Pulled a bit of a gap from Cutler. Almost a second. Rob Scott, after his little bit of an off, sitting in 5th, still going a little bit defensive from CRT Millerman, who's having to go defensive himself from D-Dot. Down towards turn 3 then. This is one of the awkward turns on the circuit. You want to take it as tight as possible and as fast as possible, but there's plenty of little corners to catch you out on the way through there. Bags, evening brother, how you doing? One Eye Lou sitting in 8th into this hairpin, or a little bit deep maybe. KJM 100 not close enough to make a manoeuvre through there. Mark Parker trying to hang on to the back of these two as well. Waldy, unfortunately, nearly 11 seconds down. I am going to see what it says on the side of your car. I can't see what it says on the side of your car. Hold on. Let's get ourselves... it's something... I don't know. I can't read it. Anyone? Looks French. That's enough of that then. Luke Doherty then. 2.1 seconds now over Pajonski. Cutler has got himself back into 3rd position. Back past Graham Reed's. So Graham Reed's looks like he's made a mistake somewhere. He was pulling time from Cutler, almost a second in front of him. And now it's Cutler with nearly a second gap over Graham. 2 seconds down then for Graham, almost. Sitting in 4th at the minute. Chocolate sitting in 5th, under pressure from CRT Millerman. his shiny livery. And there's that final turn. Oh, so close to that outside wall. Right in the slipstream for CRT Millerman. Chocolate's thinking, I'm not having that. Pulling over to the inside. Not giving you the toe if I don't have to. Oh, there you go. Great big unsettling moment there for CRT Millerman. Bobble on the way back out as well. Still pulling time on Rob Scott in front. Through turn 2. Down towards turn 3. Almost off wide there for Rob. Slowed him down a little bit. That's given CRT Millerman a little bit of a run. He's going to sling one up the inside of the hairpin. He does. Oh, he's outbraked himself. Rob Scott comes streaking back through, then retakes that position. It was a good try, CRT Millerman, but not quite heavy enough on the brakes through there, mate. Stamp, proper stamp next time. But he is back in that slipstream range. Can he get it done before the end of this race? Just under 6 minutes remaining. Luke Doherty, let's change that view up. Still pulling time, 2.8 seconds over Pajonski. And both of these have pulled all sorts of time from third place. 4.9 seconds from third place Cutler, who's still under pressure from Graham Reeds. Rob Scott and CRT Millerman still battling it out. CRT Millerman going for a different line on the way in there. So D-Dots, 2.7 seconds off the back of CRT Millerman. He's under no threat from behind either. Oh, KJN's just got turn 1 wrong. One Eye Lou comes through, takes 8th. KJN's got turn 2 wrong, onto the grass. And that's one of the pitfalls of turn 2. Same thing, turn 3, onto that grass. Comes back out on track then, right in front of CRT Mark Parker. Does he get one up the inside? I think he's giving him plenty of room. Still side by side on the exit. Trying for different lines through this last turn. Trying to get a good run down towards the final one. Right in the slipstream range now though for CRT Mark Parker. I don't know why I'm calling it CRT Mark Parker. It's Mark Parker CRT. But slow out of the final turn. KJN then just able to pull away. Just in the slipstream range at the minute. If you tucked yourself behind him, you'll hear it. You'll hear it if you're in the car and you tuck behind someone. You can properly hear the difference in the wind, especially down that long start finish straight. Alright, let's change that camera up again. Luke Doherty now 3.7 seconds. Luke, what have you been doing? Your tyres aren't on fire either. No more than anyone else's actually. Pajonski then second. Again, pulling loads of time from third place Cutler. He's sitting 5.3 seconds down. Still with Graham Reeds hounded him for that third. They've had a good old battle for that one. Rob Scott as well, still under threat from CRT Millerman. That's why I'm calling you CRT Mark Parker, because of CRT Millerman. Rob Scott make a move from Squirrel. Dory, evening brother, how are you doing my friend? I've not seen you for a while. Hope you're doing alright brother. No earthquakes recently or anything like that? So no positions changing as yet. Waldy, unfortunately, 12.5 seconds off the back of CRT, Mark Parker CRT. See, I've done it again. that tricky turn one. Bonk on the way through as well. And if you're right near the wall, yeah, it can put you in it. That's not what you want. Give Waldy a little bit of coverage, even though we've been looking at his livery for a few minutes. Luke, he's still destroying time. 4.5 seconds now from Pajonski. Tyres. What have you done to your setup, Luke? What have you done to your setup? Your tyres are in better condition than Pajonski's. If they're in a better condition than Cutler's, then it's someone else driving. We've got a ringer. You're lucky. Yeah, alright. I'll give you that. Cutler's tyres are still in better condition than yours. But Pajonski's put his through the mill, trying to keep up with Luke Doherty. Fortunately, it hasn't worked. Luke now 4.5 seconds down the road. We are into the final minute of this race. Oh, in the background, Chocolate is under pressure now from CRT Millerman as they come into these last couple of turns. Oh, I need to get myself up front. I don't know. I think Luke's going to cross the line and get another lap in. I see a few more drivers do that. Keeping my eye on those two in the background. So Luke crosses the line then, starts his final lap. 30 seconds remaining. Pajonski also crosses the line, starts his final lap. Now 20 seconds remaining. Cutler crosses the line. Graham Reeds crosses. Rob Scott, CRT Millerman. D-Dot gets over. 10 seconds remaining. Oh, who've we got? One Eye Lou. Is he going to make it? He's going to make it. Yes, just. So KJN's going to be the first one to cross the line. He takes 9th. Mark Parker CRT takes 10th. At rapid sideways, backwards and on fire speeds. Waldy is going to come home for 11th. Watch him come across the line. Then we'll jump back on board with the race leaders. There he is. Boom. Luke Doherty then around that final turn. Smashes it into the wall, but he doesn't care anymore. He's got plenty of time to play with. 5.5 second lead. Still got his mirror on as well after that contact. Here he comes then to take the win in race 1. Pajonski, good drive. Luke, though, just had the pace on you. Second place for you. Cutler comes home to take 3rd. Graham Reed's hounding him all the way round. It was a good battle between those two for 3rd and 4th. Graham taking that 4th. Rob Scott does win out. Chocolate over CRT Millerman in the end then. CRT Millerman in 6th. D-Dot 7th. And we just wait for One Eye Lou to cross the line. There it is. Blimmity blam blam bloom. Race 1 done. Good drive there by Luke Doherty. And yeah, what have you done to your setup? You might still have a ringer in the seat for all I know. That was some damn good tyre conservation there through there, Luke. Just not like you. Suspect now. If that was even you driving, Luke. Pop up in the chat. Trying to blatantly, you know, just nonchalantly. Oh, yeah, that was alright. I like that race. Yeah. Sitting next to, like, Lando Norris or something who's decided to turn up at your house. Ah, you see. Now you've got to carry the most weight into race 2. Don't worry though. Forgot his damn name. Cutler's got 3rd place, so he's got extra weight as well. Not as much as you, obviously, but he still carries extra weight. As does Podjonsky. Person you've got to worry about in this race, I think, is Graham Reeds. I think if Graham Reeds can get through the pack quickly, you lot are stuffed. Because there wasn't a lot of time, really, between Graham Reeds and Cutler when they crossed the line, and they weren't that far off you, really. I'm going to give Graham my shoe-in of the week, or whatever you Americans say during football. For race 2. Oh, we've got a few minutes. No, that's not a YouTube advert. That's our advert, all right? It's good, isn't it? Player of the week. Player of the week. I see. So the We Are Driven team, you can see the We Are Driven logo smashed in the top right-hand corner of the screen there. Oh, that's the wrong picture. That's what I meant to be moving about, that thing there. So the We Are Driven Foundation is a bunch of sim racers and commentators and stuff that have got together, get your words out, got together, and we just push charities is what we do. People have got a charity, we'll talk about it. Why not? So we are pushing the Bradley Lowry Foundation at the minute and Archie's Journey. So get yourselves over to Facebook, click on Archie's Journeys page, click on Bradley Lowry Foundation page, get yourselves over to the We Are Driven page as well. Like I say, we are just a voice piece for other charities. We're not actually a charity or anything. But you know, that's it. We're a channel. Let's talk about stuff. We can, you know, it costs us nothing to talk about it and push these names out and things. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaigns/Archie's Journey as well and donate on there if you can. Appreciated. Tell them Smoker sent you. So settings for race 2 just being chucked up then. What have we got? What have we had changed? Tyre wear. So we can use any tyres between the super softs and the hards for race 2. Tyre wear times 8. Fuel depletion times 6. They do start with a full tank, but it's a half-hour race. More tyre wear. Top 3 start with, or top 3 from race 1 start with extra weight as well. So they're 1050 kilos as standard, but P3 from race 1 will be 1085, P2 from race 1 will be 1097, and P1 from race 1 is 1107, I think. Oh, 1109, there it is, just popping up on screen, 1109. I was 2 out. I'd have given you that, Luke. Cutler wouldn't, but I'd have let you off. Should have that as as a pinned comment on here. Ah, yeah, there you go. Can I do that? Sometimes, Mr. Squirrel, in fact, you might know a little bit more about this kind of stuff because sometimes YouTube does my editing. I've tried to put links in the comments and it says no. It deletes them. I'm not sure if that's because it's not my channel. Let me see if I can do that. Damn it. got to spell it right, otherwise you're going to be giving the donations to the wrong person. Let's see if that works. Does that work? Pin it. I can't pin it to the top, can I? There it is. Does it work as a link for you lot? Does it show up as a link in the comments? Yes, it does. Diggity damn. Oh, there's a thing. Nice one, Squiz. Make sure you lot get yourselves over to Hey Look Squirrel's channel as well. He's a crazy American with funny hats who likes England a lot. Well, Britain. Let's not say England because, you know, I don't think you're that deep into it yet. There's a lot of rivalry, you know. I don't care. I ain't bothered. It doesn't bother me. Scottish, Irish. I'll take the piss. Oh, I nearly swore then. I'll take the mick out of you all. Oh. I try not to swear on this channel, Squirrel. It has happened. I've dropped the F-bomb a couple of times. Am I missing the start of the race? Yes, I am. I'm missing the start of the race. I'm chatting to you lot. Damn it. We didn't miss anything. Shh, don't tell anyone. Alright, that's a little secret between us lot. Waldy then leads us away. KGN looking for a move down the inside at turn 1. Oh, can Waldy hold it? Yes, he can. KGN then into second. D-Dot into third. Mark Parker CRT up the inside. Nope, not carrying enough speed, so has to hold fourth. Chocolate into fifth. Graham Reed sixth. We've got M&M's back. One Eye Lou has showed up. Oh, he's a bit jinky at the minute. He's got turn 3 a little bit wrong. All the way down at the back of the pack now. So KJN does get himself through. Waldy still holding that second position though. D-Dot third. Chocolate looking to run around the outside of him though. Get a good run out of that double apexed. And there is player of the week, the shoe-in of the month, the driver of the thing. That's who I think is going to win this race. Mr. Graham Reeds. So Bajonski, everybody looking for a toe down this long straight, slotting into position. Cutler then holding 7th, Bajonski 6th. Luke Doherty in 8th. Where are you going, you maniac? You look like you were going down there at 400 miles an hour, Mark Parker CRT. Maybe just a camera angle. Someone's driven it off track, have they? Yes, they have. It's Waldy, unfortunately. Oh, he gets clattered by. Great big dent in the rear for him as well. He gets clattered by One Eye Lou through there. Yeah, that turn 1. He's picked himself up a great big penalty. He's got to lose as well. D-Dot then gets himself up the front of this race. Pulled a bit of time over KJN as well. Oh, he's got a second already. Oh yeah, Rob Scott we've got to be careful of actually. Yeah, let's not discount Rob Scott from this race. Being as he's leading the championship, I think. Side by side there with Graham Reeds down the inside. Graham Reeds has slotted himself up into third. All over the back end of KGN. It will get a good toe down this start finish straight as well. Everyone keeping it out of the wall through there. So Rob into 4th then. Cutler and Luke Doherty into 5th and 6th. Bajonski right in the rear end of Luke as well, pushing him towards Cutler, trying to close those gaps up, keep everyone as close together as possible, pushing each other towards the front of the pack. Bajonski then 7th. Mark Parker CRT in 8th. CRT Millerman. Oh, just catch him getting turn 1 wrong into the grass. That's just what we saw Waldy do last lap. He now puts himself at the back of the pack. Waldy, though, holding that position. Oh, not anymore. I was going to say he was holding that position over One Eye Lou. One Eye Lou taking a little bit too much speed through turn 2. Oh, Waldy then takes too much speed through turn 3. Puts himself into the wall. So, D-Dot. 1.7 seconds over Rob Scott now, who is still side by side with Graham Reeds for that position. Can they close up to D-Dot in front? Streaming on live on Facebook. Rob Scott getting team advice from Hey Look Squirrel. Oh no, who's left the room? Waldy. Oh, what's happened, Waldy? I think that last excursion into the wall has just taken its toll on you. So the gap at 2.1 between race leader D-Dot and Rob Scott. Still a bit of a gap back to third. Cutler, again, bit of a cork in the bottle at the minute for the drivers behind. We've got Graham Reed. Oh, he's got himself past Graham. Up into third. Graham then fourth. Luke Doherty trying to get past as well. Cutler and Luke both carrying extra weight into, and Pajonski actually, into race 2. Doesn't seem to be affecting him too much. Down the inside then for Luke Doherty at the hairpin. Oh, runs wide a little bit. Not sure if there was contact. Side by side, Pajonski trying to come through as well on Graham Reeds. Trying to follow Luke Doherty's line through there. Doesn't quite work out. He has to chuck himself back in behind Graham Reeds. So still hanging on to 6th though. KJN 7th. He's only a second back himself. 1.5 back is Mark Parker CRT. One Eye Lou. 5.3 seconds back. CRT Millerman we just saw running himself off track, trying to get back in this fight. Just trying to make a move on One Eye Lou, and unfortunately we've lost Waldy. Gap is coming down then. 1.6 seconds between D-Dot and the Chocolate Monster. Cutler is all over the back end of Rob Scott, and the big gap developed between 3rd and 4th now. Okay, there's a bit of a punch-up going on here between Luke Doherty, Graham Reeds and Pajonski for that position. Oh, Luke. Cutler's run himself wide through there as well. Luke's run himself wide through there. It's going to slow him down a little bit. You might see Graham Reeds get a position done back down the inside. Oh, Pajonski slings one up the inside as well. Both drivers trying to get the way past. Luke's holding the line on the way out. He will have the inside line into this next turn. Again, holds onto the position. Pajonski's just run himself wide onto that grass. Slows him down a little bit. Doesn't lose any positions. KJN still 7th. Mark Parker not managed to get that position yet. He has closed the gap. Down to half a second. Not a great exit there as well for KJN 100. Mark Parker sweeps himself up high, side by side as they head down this long start-finish straight. Where's he gone? He's already behind. There he is. Mark Parker overtakes KJN 100 then. We got up front. Pajonski in front. 1.3 seconds. Can Mark Parker close the gap on Pajonski? Softs on board for Mark Parker. Looking a little bit beaten up at the minute. Let's go and have a flick through, see what tyres people are on. D-Dot, he's on a set of softs. Now 2.3 seconds, so Rob Scott's made another mistake. Super softs on board for Rob Scott. So very grippy, but they don't last very long. Cutler's gone for a set of softs, sitting in 3rd. Luke Doherty 4th. Mediums on the front for Luke Doherty, and super softs on the rear. Looking to extend those tyres then. I did this the other day. Is that how you're getting through your smoshing tyre wear issue? Because you had hards on the other night in, was that the Ford Focuses? You had the hards on the front and the super softs on the rear. But in front of Graham Reeds at the minute, although he's in the slipstream range, Graham. Is he close enough? So he was tempted to sling one around the inside. Side by side through there. Got a bit of driving. Heading down towards turn 2. Luke's still got the advantage. Pajonski trying to get himself back onto the back end of this fight as well. Oh, Luke's run himself wide through turn 3 again. Oh no, who else is that? Green Eye Lou has left the room now. Oh dear. We don't like that. Gap back down to 1.6 seconds between Rob Scott. So it looks like tiny little mistakes kicking in for Rob. Because that's twice we've seen the gap reduce itself down to 1.3 seconds. Unless we've had a tiny bit of a mistake from D-Dot. But Rob Scott closing the gap up. Cutler only 1.8 seconds down now as well. Graham Reed's unfortunately 4.2. Luke Doherty chucks himself in the pits. Gap still coming down, 1.4 seconds. Cutler losing a bit of time. Again, carrying a bit more weight than the two drivers in front is Cutler. Graham Reed still 4 seconds back, still being harassed by Pajonski. Again, Pajonski also carrying extra weight over from race 1. CRT Millerman into 6, KJM 100 trying to hang with him into the hairpin. Me some decent camera angles tonight, PlayStation. What's wrong with you? It's not usually this good. Mark Parker then sitting in 8th. Luke Doherty just coming out of the pits with a fresh set of tyres on. Mark Parker's holding that inside line though. Goes a little bit deep. Luke just sweeps up the inside. Extra super grippy tyres and away he goes. Up into 8th then for Luke. Still got 20 minutes of this race remaining. First guy to chuck himself in. Rob Scott has got himself past D-Dots. Has there been a mistake? Oh, the tyre wear on D-Dots' car looking awful. Really struggled on those softs. We flick to Rob Scott's. Oh, he's on the super softs and they look pretty much the same. And there you go. So, Chocolate Monster up front. Hey, look, Squirrels. Team Talk obviously working. He's now got to defend from a threatening Cutler who still 1.6 seconds back, but threatening nonetheless. Can Rob Scott start pulling away from D-Dot as well? Oh, D-Dot smoshed it into the wall on the exit of the final turn. That's going to slow him down. He might chuck himself in the pits this lap anyway. Rob Scott stays out. D-Dot stays out. It doesn't fake one into the pits. Cutler stays out as well. Still not in that slipstream range yet for Cutler. Graham Reeds also stays out, but losing time to the top 3. 4.7 seconds down. And he's still got Pajonski hounding him. Second back at the minute. CRT Millerman having a bit of a lonely race. He's got 7, nearly 8 seconds in front of him to Pajonski. And nobody behind him. KJN in the pits. Luke Doherty in 8th. And is it CRT Millerman? Not CRT, Mark Parker CRT, sorry. Yeah, long way back. 25 seconds. Yet to pit though for CRT Millerman. Could bring him back into the fight yet. Rob Scott then 2.1 second lead he's managed to pull from D-Dot. We did see D-Dot crash into that wall on the last lap. Cutler's not been able to take it to him yet either. Almost out of fuel for Cutler. Is he going to risk another lap or is he going to come in? He comes in. Rob Scott, in the meantime, still holding a quarter of a tank. Fair bit of wear on those super softs. Nothing that's going to upset him too much. So Graham Reeds and Podjonski still side by side. Podjonski closing that gap up. He was a second back. Graham Reeds got plenty of fuel on as well. About an eighth of a tank. Still got about a quarter of a tank on for Podjonski. Cutler then still in the pits. CRT Millerman in the pits. D-Dot in the pits. Luke Doherty's coming through. Is he going to regain any positions through here? Driver's still in the pits. He is. Comes through to take fourth, does Luke. D-Dot out the pits into fifth. Cutler out the pits into sixth. Mark Parker CRT on those super softs. Has to slot himself into seventh. Millerman comes out in eighth. KJN ninth. So everyone except Rob Scott been in the pits now. Rob Scott has got himself 10.9 seconds. Oh, sorry, Podjonski's not stopped. And Graham Reed's not stopped. I'll shut up. Still got plenty of fuel on. Graham Reed's in the pits this lap. Podjonski was holding a little bit more fuel, so he's going to get a couple of extra laps. Again, as long as he doesn't lose too much time with those worn tyres. Graham Reed's got plenty of fuel on. Alright, Lorna, what is it? My eyes are broken. Loam Haycock. That's a random name. Loam. Interesting. We're just watching Hay Squirrel's favourite car drive around the track. It's got a chocolate bar on it. Well, it's got a chocolate bar and a quarter of it. The rest of it's purple. Which is still a chocolate bar. Again, stopping out for... Oh, no. He comes in now. Got 12 seconds lead. Podjonski also stopping out. Coming in now. Does he? Yes, he does as well. Nope, not you. You. Luke Doherty then up into third. Around that final turn. How much fuel have the boys in front got to put in? Can Luke Doherty make a couple more positions here, or has he got to settle for second or third when these drivers get released? Someone's... No, nobody been released yet. They are now, though. Rob Scott gets released from the pits. Luke Doherty is going to be carrying an awful lot of speed. Here he comes. But Rob Scott on another set of racing super softs. So Luke Doherty's gone for a set of softs. A couple of laps of wear on those as well. He's got D-Dot right behind him on a lap old set of softs. Cutler as well. Fresh set of mediums. Podjonski out. Fresh set of softs on board for him. Graham Reed's 6th position. Medium tyres on board for Graham. CRT Millerman 7th. KJN sitting in 8th. And Mark Parker sitting in 9th. And we have lost One-Eyed Lou and Waldy from this race, unfortunately. Ah, okay. An old NSR member. There you go. I don't know who an NSR is. It's not a sim racing group I know, mate. I was more interested in the name Loam. That's an interesting name. Luke then 2 seconds down. Chocolate Monster Rob Scott. Fresh set of tyres on board, super softs as well. He should be able to pull a little bit more time from Luke on those. We look at Luke's softs. Look, they're already bleeding a little bit. Losing a bit of time to D-Dot behind as well. Gap down to less than a second. Oh, D-Dot scraping the wall as he heads down into turn 2. Trying to close that gap up on Luke. Cutler holding 4th at the minute. Medium tyres. Pajonsky 5th. So well out of that fight with Graham Reeds. 4 seconds up. Just see Pajonsky disappearing around the hairpin. CRT Milliman another 6 seconds back in 7th. KJN 12 seconds back in 8th. And Mark Parker 9th position, 15 seconds back. So really the closest battle on track is Luke Doherty and D-Dot. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. So he's still got a second over D-Dot. He's managed to pull another 10th back off him, even with those worn out tyres. Into turn 2. Still got a second. Looking to carry as much speed as possible through there for D-Dot. Gains another 10th, does Luke Doherty. Where's he finding it? 1.2 seconds the gap as they head down towards the hairpin. Let's get ourselves on board with D-Dot. Have a look at it from his perspective. Wrong driver. Taking nice tight lines, D-Dot, but just close that gap up again on Luke. Not enough to make it work down this start-finish straight, I don't think, though. Luke Doherty comes in the pits for a second time. Again, so his tyre wear is still slightly higher than everyone else's. Back on board with race leader then. Now 5.4 seconds over second place D-Dot. Cutler up into third, then another 3.6 back. Pajonsky is 2.6 back from Cutler. Starting to look good for Pajonsky. Graham Reeds, he's gained a 10th. It does keep bobbling between 4 and 4.2, 4.3. Yo-yoing up there. So CRT Milliman holding 6th. Lonely race for him at the minute. 7 seconds in front to Graham Reeds and 16 seconds back to KJM 100. Now under threat from Luke Doherty out the pits with another fresh set of tyres. Gone for the super softs this time. 8.5 minutes remaining for Luke to try and not make those scream in anger. Oh, up the inside almost through turn 3. It's not worked. KJN holding the inside line down towards the hairpin as well. Luke on those super softs should be able to just drives around the outside of him. Able to keep the power on. Soft tyres of KJN's car looking a little bit worn out. So yeah, the extra grip of Luke Doherty's just allows him to do that. Where are you, Mr. Parker? 11.5 seconds down, starting to close up himself on KJN. Was 15 seconds last time we looked. Little fastest lap of the race as well for the Chocolate Monster. 117.4. 6. No, I lie. 8 seconds. 9 seconds almost from D-Dot. Still 2 point. Why does that keep changing? Why is that doing my head in? 3.2 back to Cutler, who is losing time to Pajonsky. Closing up 1.1 back. Less than a second by the time they come onto this start-finish straight. Get ourselves on board with Pajonsky as he looks to take this position. 0.8 of a second. He's got a second penalty he's got to lose. Has he just picked that up around that final turn? So just 0.6 of a second between Cutler and Podjonski. Closes up down this start-finish straight. Not going to be close enough to make a move into turn 1. He's going high. Looking to carry as much speed as possible. Closes right up on Cutler. Gets a good exit as well. Gap down to 0.3 of a second as they head down to turn 2. Cutler runs a little bit wide. Keeps his position down into turn 3. Again, making sure he doesn't cut as all that circuit is Cutler. Podjonski just loses his penalty behind Cutler there. Only 0.2 of a second. Cutler starting to struggle a little bit around that hairpin. Podjonski then, penalty free. He can now pile the pressure on. Still only half a second back from Cutler as they come back onto this start-finish straight. Slipstream range, I believe, is about 0.8, 0.9 of a second before you start feeling the effect. Only half a second down now. Cutler already chucking himself over to the tightest line possible. Podjonski couldn't quite make his mind up then. He didn't know whether to stick behind Cutler or try it again round the outside. It does seem to work. I should have stuck in the slipstream of him though, a little bit further back this time. So 5 minutes remaining of this race. Rob Scott still leading. 11.6 seconds over D-Dot. D-Dot also still pulling time from Cutler, 4.4 seconds. He has come under all sorts of threat from Podjonski. We need to watch this battle. On board with Podjonski then, as he looks for this third position off of Cutler. What's the gap? 0.3 of a second as they head into this final turn. Both drivers keeping it clean out of the wall. Now can Podjonski make the move? 0.4 of a second back. Cutler actually gets a good exit through there. Pulls a tiny bit of time. Bang on 0.4. 0.3. Can he do it? He's backing off. Whoa. Podjonski. Again closes up. Goes for the inside move there. He might pick up a penalty for that one. He's not quite, has he? Yes, he has. He's carried enough speed to get through and he's not picked up a penalty. You lucky, lucky boy. So Cutler gets pushed down to 4th then. Podjonski gets himself up into 3rd. Don't discount Cutler though. Quite easily sling one up the inside. Rob Scott, 13.3 second lead. Not from that driver behind, although that driver is sticking with him. It's from this man here, D-Dot. And quite a comfortable race actually, D-Dot. Here we go, Cutler looking for that position back, told you. Is he going to sling one up the inside? He tries for it. This is going to be an interesting corner with these two side by side. I'm looking the wrong way. Cutler carries the speed. Podjonski though gets a slightly better exit. He's got the inside line. Who's going to carry the turn in speed into this next turn? Side by side through there again. Podjonski. Oh, he's run too wide. Too much speed. Cutler then starts disappearing off down the track. 1.8, almost 2 second lead. There it is. Podjonski throws it all away. Now then, KJN. Right, you managed to stick with Rob Scott for a couple of laps now. Why haven't you done that for the rest of the race? And that's all I'm going to say on that. Because Rob Scott is absolutely flying at the minute. And you're doing a half decent job of sticking with him, my friend. Not letting him out of your sight, that's for sure. Maybe now. That means you've just got turn 3 a little bit wrong. Rob Scott then, race leader, will see another lap. D-Dots. Oh, yeah, he should see another lap as well. All stretched out on track then. Nobody battling at the minute. 3 seconds plus. Pachonsky looking to close this gap up. I don't think he's close enough to make it work, even with a lap to go as well. Plenty of gaps between everyone. Nobody close enough to have a bit of a fight at the minute. Here we go then. Rob Scott crosses the line with 25 seconds to go. Where is everybody on track? Who's going to cross the line? 6 seconds. Who've we got? 2, 1. What? What happened there, Cutler? Cutler didn't want to do another lap, I don't think. Backed off the power, thinking he'd got the position. Pachonsky came flying through, I think. That's how I'm going to put that one. But Graham Reeds has finished in 5th. Luke Doherty's finished in 6th. We're still waiting for drivers to come across the line. Let's stick with Rob Scott though. CRT Millerman takes 7th. And here he is, Chocolate Monster. Stormed away with it. 22-second lead by the time he's going to cross the line. Might even be more than that. 22.3-ish. Nearly 22.5 seconds. So Rob Scott takes the win in race 2. D-Dot's going to come and take... Well, somebody else is going to cross the line first. I think it's KJN. Yeah, he does. Takes that 8th position. Drivers crossing the line in all sorts of positions. D-Dot then comes home for 2nd. He was leading this race for a long time. Pachonsky is going to take 3rd. Just what happened to Cutler? Still not too sure what happened to Cutler. Like I say, I think he was trying to not do an extra lap. And unfortunately, Pachonsky took it off him. I'll have that 3rd. Thank you very much. No, Luke, it only seems to be you that needs to pit twice. Got fastest lap though, did you? Ooh, Rob Scott had it last time we looked. So just run through those results again because they were a little bit squiffy. Rob Scott takes 1st, D-Dot takes 2nd, Pachonsky 3rd, Cutler takes 4th, Graham Reeds 5th, Luke Doherty 6th, CRT Millerman 7th, KJN 8th, Mark Parker in 9th, and we did lose One-Eyed Lou and Waldy from this one. And yeah, there you go. Luke Doherty takes fastest lap of the race. 1:16.9. Fair play. So that was round 4 of Tanso's Chewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Get yourselves over to the Tanso page on Facebook, Tanso Racing. Get yourselves over to Chewitt Racing as well. Go show them some love. And the We Are Driven page, the Archie's Journey page, the Bradley Lowry Foundation page, and the Just Giving /campaign /Archie's Journey page. That's what we're asking. Round 4 done and dusted. I myself am back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for Clash of the Teams. That has been a really good series actually. The lads who've sorted that out, I've put a lot of effort into it. I've got to say, all the videos and stuff they produce for it. So that's tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. 8:30 on Wednesday, we're back with Mature Racing Club's Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. That's also some great racing in that one. Thursday night, we've got the P1 boys back at 9 o'clock with their Archie's Journey Mazda Challenge. Friday night, we've got the GTT CC. That's Mature Racing Club again, GR4s. And we cover the Fusion Lobby in that at 9 o'clock. Nothing Saturday. I'm back Sunday for 2 more races. We've got the TANSO boys again for the Ford Focus Cup at 8 o'clock, followed straight after that at 9 o'clock with the P1 boys again, and the Archie's Journey Multi-Class League. Where are we? I don't know where we are in that one. And then back next Monday for the following round of this. Sardegna, I think we're at next week for this one. I'm going out on a limb and saying that. So that's the lineup. You know what's coming next, people. If you fancy a t-shirt, give me a shout. If you fancy some stickers, give me a shout. If you don't want to do any of those things, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker. Drop a little donation on there. Thank you very much. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. Give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.
Yeah.